Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Tensura Beyond Worlds Commander. I wasn't actually planning on recording just yet, but I was on here doing some prep stuff related to the artifact stuff the new artifacts that are added in by ancient artifacts. I think it's Tensura Ancient Artifacts actually, by the people who made this mod pack to the Beyond team teamed up with the Slime Thrones add-on. So yeah, we were mostly going over the lion emblem. I ended up spawning this thing, going over its first two forms, trying to get it to 5 million EP to test out its final form. Yeah, I ended up spawning this one in, because I could not get one to spawn legitimately. Until I was just on doing some prep work, spent some time underground, and just killed another 10, 15 mimics, and I got the Titan Stride Greaves, which I'm questioning whether or not these are actually tied to the unyielding skill now. Based on like reading through the wiki page, it has an ability called Unyielding Stance, but I don't think it's an actual skill. So essentially, these Titans Drive Greaves, they're grade 3, which means that they only have the one effect. I guess it's listed as two things, but it's the same thing, just multiple effects part of it. So it's grade 3, which means that it could be refined 10 times, excuse me, if I manage to get 10 extra sets of them. And each refinement gives it extra effects. Hold on. Do you have... I must already have something. Yeah, I already have those there. Okay, so like greaves are apparently... I was thinking greaves went on the arms. But anyways, like greaves, they're like metal boots to help protect your shins and whatnot. That's what they are. So they give 5 extra armor and 25% knockback resistance. And for each level of, for each refinement I would have given them, for every extra one I find, it would gain 0.5 armor and it would gain some extra knockback resistance. Which means that at max, it would end up with 10 extra armor and 75% knockback resistance. Not a huge buff, but you know what? It's free, essentially. You get them, you just wear them forever. You get more and more, and it's an extra, just little stats added on. So, you know what? Kind of cool. Not the most exciting gear, but it is interesting enough. Like, the very idea, like, very Tensura-themed armor pieces and special relics that you can find. It's pretty cool. Anyways, while I'm on, I'm gonna do some extra grinding for EP on this. I don't think this has any buffs for EP, but it's gonna gain EP anyways. And I'm probably going to go hunting to see if I can find a couple more relics while I'm down here anyways, as well as EP grinding for subordinates. But yeah, that was basically all I wanted to go over right now. Okay, I've been at it another 20 minutes or so. Again, I've just been... Did I just give up on that whole not fighting anything at all? I think I've just given up on that completely. We're 40 episodes deep. It doesn't really matter much at this point. Anyways, yeah, I managed to find another set of the Titan Stride Greaves, so that's pretty cool. We at least get to showcase the refinement function. Out of curiosity, I'm supposed to do this in a thing. Whatever. It's called an anvil. That's the word. Can I do that in here? Like, this should, in theory, function like any other anvil, correct? It doesn't. Okay, I'm going to need the actual thing. So let's just mark this as blah, 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 because why not? And head back to hut, because I don't think I ever moved an anvil over. Yeah, this still is here. That and that go in. And we get refinement 1. So now this has 5.5 armor, 30% knockback resistance. It has effect refinement 1. And yeah, that's essentially just it. It just has some like extra slightly better boosts. This one, the Lion's Crest, I don't entirely know what refinement on that is going to do. I need to find another one first, and it needs to reach 5 million EP. But yeah, I've only like scratched the surface of this system. I haven't seen much of anything out of it. But in theory, it sounds really cool, and I can't wait until there's a unique skill to go with every single... I can't wait until there's a unique artifact to go with every single unique skill, because that's apparently their plan, and that's super, super exciting. Anyways, I'm gonna clear... I'm probably gonna hunt for like 5 more mimics, and then I'm going to go do grinding stuff for something else, but at least got some bits of progress towards this. I at least got to see a couple of them legitimately spawn in. You know what? Might as well try at least one of these on camera. I haven't seen... Yeah, I didn't really think I was going to get back-to-back ones, but technically speaking, I haven't shown one get dropped. So it would be nice to at least say, oh yeah, by the way, here's it actually happening. Oh, Pure Out Mask. I don't... Oh yeah, no, I do already have that one. Never mind. I was like, oh, I don't have it. Yes, you do. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna clear like 4 more, little things, camps like that with the mimics if possible. Because so far, I've only gotten them off of a mimic kill. Supposedly they can spawn in chests. I just haven't seen it. Just in case, there's 2 more mimics nearby. 1, 2. Just a pair of snowshoes. And then there's 1 more mimic over here. And honestly, that will only be 3 more, but there's other stuff I want to get done, so this is going to be the final mimic for now. I just need to make my way over there. Is it up or down? I don't know yet. Come on, I don't have high hopes that this one is randomly just going to give me one. Like, so far, they're seeming to be pretty rare. They're not as bad as I was expecting based off how powerful some of them could be. Yeah, just a necklace of scarf of invisibility. Like, they're nowhere near as rare as I was sort of expecting, but they're not exactly easy to get boatloads of. Anyways, I'm gonna go work on EP grinding this, I guess, and I guess I'll take out and train some of the subordinates while we're there. I think it's this list that needs better EP and grinding, better EP and gear, and then this one just needs more EP and like physical resistance nullification. Otherwise, I think it's just like each trained points, yada yada yada. I'm off to EP grind now, I guess. Although it is really fun popping these loot crates and seeing if we get something really cool. Like, it's, I really like loot crate stuff. Like I know it's bad. Like stuff like that is not great. It's inherently gambling. It's inherently bad. It's so much fun though. I have to like limit myself with that because I can't do it for too often. Anyways, yeah. I'm off to EP grind. Okay, I'm back. It's the next morning. I did spend a little while afterwards on here doing some training like I said I was going to do. I'm working on training up Aura Slash so that I can give it to a couple of the subordinates who have battle will boosting moves. Otherwise, this is now at 5 million EP. We're going to go over what that does in just a moment. And I've done some training. I'm just going to go somewhere else away from the Ender Farm to get away from the noise. Where is it? Base work in progress. I really should change this to home so I can find it easier. So, like, training I've gone through. If I can open the right backpack. Also, probably the reason that the Mice haven't actually been able to fire bows, I think I gave them the wrong one. Because this is the one they naturally come with, the Crescent Bow. And I think that's... Yeah, that's the long that's the long bow, not the war bow. I think the war bow might actually just have like too long of a pullback time. So that's probably why I couldn't get them to fire. Anyways, subordinates. Oh, I still have... Go away. Go kindly away. I don't have a subordinate out to take care of you just yet. Anyways, as for subordinate training, what did I get done? Let's start with Kiyoya. That's the easiest one to go over. Kiyoya now has 2.09 million EP. I haven't used Usurper with him yet. I was just about to. Select that Severer. Usurper's on 3. That's Blood Mist. What do I have Usurper on? Do I not have it on anything? Usurper, copy. Let's put that on 1. Just make sure it's still on 1. Nope. Why did it change? Why does it keep doing that? Oh yeah, the mod pack did update again. I literally had to fight for like 30 minutes to get it working. Anyways, copy. Failed. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and like get a bunch of stuff to hopefully get him to copy a bunch more stuff by doing this. But since he is now over 2 million EP, that does mean that he can force evolve into a divine vampire. There's that, he gets like the extra 300k AP. Divine vampire means he gets infinite regen. Although I think I already gave that to him. I doubt that he didn't actually get that boost. But cool, Kiyoya is now quite a bit stronger. There we go, I got him to copy something. Anyways, that's the easy thing to go over. Otherwise, let's see. Kyle, I did some training with. He is now at 1.5 million. I should probably turn you off of offensive at one point. You have Martial Master, which means I want to get him some Battle Wills. I think Martial Master already lets him bypass physical resistance, but I did give him Demon Lord Hockey for this. And he's part of the reason why I'm trying to get Aura Slash. Momo is now over 1.5. As soon as she recovers some 8 MP, should be able to test out Infinite Prison pretty soon. Egg Salad is above 2 million EP, which means that she should be able to become a Divine Boar now. I just need to double check to make sure that is correct. And Null with Fighter is above 2 million. Let's switch over to status. I gave you Ogre Flame. I gave you Chant Annulment. Correct? Yes, I did. I gave you Demon Lord Hockey. And yeah, you still have Fighter, which boosts your physical and your Battle Wills as well. So, mostly I was dealing with like Battle Will based stuff and giving some physical attack nullification. So, let me go double check. Egg Salad, a Divine Boar. Hold on, I need to pull up the wiki. I had the wrong wiki open. I should put back on Haze. Actually, hold on. Egg Salad, take care of the thing, please. Thank you. Also, how's your sword doing? I haven't given this anything. Interestingly, its EP maxes out at 1 million. That's interesting. Energy Steel and Swift. Why is this sword so much weaker than all the other ones? That feels like it should be stronger than that. Anyways, Divine Boar is 2 million, correct? I think all the final evolutions are. Divine Boar is there. From Spirit Boar. Yeah, when a Spirit Boar reaches 2 million EP, they become a Divine Boar. Just to double check this, Tensura get race for you. Actual race Spirit Boar, which means I can go ahead and do this, and we now have a Divine Boar as well. Bunch of extra HP and whatnot. What is your max HP supposed to be? Divine Boars are supposed to have 1,000, and then, like, all the rest you gained from EP grinding, and then 60% boost from Commander. That all makes sense. Cool. So we now have a Divine Vampire, a Divine Boar. Shizu's a Divine Vampire as well. These two have reached their max evolution. I mean, I could make Yamato and Omello do like the whole change their race into what it should be if they were a player, and they'd both become like divine dragons or whatever. So, very cool. They're pretty much as trained up as going to be, except I need to just keep getting Kiyoya to copy some skills. Anyways, I think it's time to go over the lion emblem. Of course, I just closed the wiki page for this 1 second. Okay, so apparently this is even cooler than I thought it was. So, let's just see. 1730, 1981. It does not have an actual number, but apparently this boosts the power, blah, of Inspire. I don't know by how much, though. So, let's just grab Kiyoya here. We're going to put you in front of this and just set you to protect real quick. So, let's see. 1730. Make sure you're set to protect, and I'm going to hit the dummy, of course. Protect, hit the dummy. Uh, 300, 500. Let's actually turn off your hockey real quick so that we get rid of that. Remove hockey for just a moment. By 355 is the baseline damage boosted to 532. 355. If I put on this, the baseline damage goes up to 418, 355, 460 something. So it's about a 12.5% boost, right? Because that's about 1/6. That is 1/6, right? No, what did it do? 1/6 did it do? What is 1/6? Yeah, it's about a 6. I don't actually think that's 12.85. That's 8%. 16? Yeah, it's about 16.66666 repeating percent boost. Like 1/6 boost. Cool. Just about. And your health went up by 300. 1254. It was 17 something a moment ago, correct? 1730, 1254. 1730, 324. Yeah, that's about that's about 1/6 boost. Okay, that's pretty good, especially considering Commander already gives pretty powerful boosts. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, you know what? That makes sense. By default, Commander gives a by default it gives a 60% boost when it's mastered. But I assume this it's boosting it to a 70% boost when it's mastered. I could do the math on it to make sure, because it's not like exactly 1/6 boost to do. Yeah, that's probably what's happening. I'm not being exact with the numbers. I could get finicky with it, but close enough approximations, I think. So that's pretty cool. And if I actually manage to get more of them, let's see. Oh yes, that's right. Every bit of time you're in combat, you get extra fire damage. The longer you're in cooldown, the higher it goes. So if I actually stayed fighting for a long time, I'd get a bunch of fire boosts. If I boosted up the refinements, the fire boost would get bigger and bigger the longer the combat's going. It just helps boost that up. As for Demon Flare amplification, each refinement assigned to it increases limited Demon Flare by an additional 10%. Effect refinement. How does this work? It's only allowed 3 refinements, correct? Yeah, max refinement's 3. Does that mean that each of them gets boosted by 1 level? It's just that one will only get an amount? I'm not 100% sure what this means. I'm gonna go sleep to get rid of these phantoms because they're annoying me. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how this works. Like, I've only refined the one artifact. So, yeah. This is something we're going to have to find out. But anyways, the final ability, oh yes, also has an extra effect. If you look at it here, it says 0% magic cost multiplier. What is my best way to just waste a bunch of MP real quick? I kind of have to go somewhere that's not super high density magicules. And what, it's going to be like spamming Demon Marionette, I guess? Hold on. So there's that. 6%, are missing 4%. Yeah, so if I just do this a bunch of times real quick, and I just go down to like 80%, I think is going to be a good starting point. I probably should have tested this at 90. So, let's see, I'm missing 20% EP. I now have a 0% magic cost multiplier. Is it like 50% is like the baseline then? How does this work? There's no exact numbers on this yet. So if I reach... I'm below 75 now. Below a quarter, do I get a boost? Okay. So there it is, 10% magic cost. I'm not sure if that's because I reached 75 or if that's because I reached 70. So the lower my MP goes, the less magic I end up spending, which is pretty cool. So let's see, if I reach 60, that didn't activate there. Come on. I'm assuming this is probably like based on quarters then, based on when that happened. Yeah, 10%. If I reach 50, will I get an extra 10%? And that should put me to... Yeah, that will put me at 47 or so. Okay, yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. So every quarter of my MP I'm missing, I spend 10% less on everything. And apparently, if I got it some refinements, each refinement assigned to Commander's controlled rage changes the missing Magicule threshold used for each Magicule cost reduction step by 5%. So what I assume that means is that by default, it's every quarter you gain per 10%. So the way I would interpret that is if I got one refinement, it would instead be 20% and you'd get the 10% debuff, or 10% reduction, not debuff, literally the opposite. And let's say I had 2, it'd be 15 for 10%, and maxing out at 3, every 10% of my magical is missing, I'll get a 10% cost reduction. I hope that's how that works, because that's really cool. I think the other alternative is that when you're down 25%, you'll get 15. Actually, in essence, I think in both ways, once it's maxed out, it ends up being the same. If you're down 25%, you spend 25% less. If you're down 50, you spend 50% less. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool to me. Like, that's such a cool ability. Like, Magicules are somewhat hard to maintain. Like, even when you have this much, Magicule regen is still pretty slow with full magic regen on everything. So, you know what? Very, very powerful ability there. Anyways, what are we getting up to now? Only about a minute and a half until Provide's ready to go again. I would like to get Chant Annulment mastered so that I can give it to Kyle. Oh wait, no, you don't have Chant Annulment. You have... Momo is the one I gave Chant Annulment, correct? No? Who did I give Chant Annulment? Was it Null? Null... Okay, Null has Chant Annulment, Demon Lord's Hockey, so Null has Fighter. Giving you Ogre... Or, not Ogre Flame. Well, I mean, I haven't actually tested this yet. If I put Ogre Flame on 1, you have Chant Annulment, you should in theory be able to cast it, right? Select Subordinate, use Skill. Oh. Ogre Flame. Let's see. Aha! Of course, Ogre Flame does fire damage, so you're also going to need flame manipulation as well. But if I master... yeah, I need to master Aura Slash real quick, because that might be fairly powerful buff for you. Aura Slash cannot be activated. Oh, yes, I need to... Oh, you know what? You probably can't use it because you don't have a weapon. Oh, you know, I attempted this on Travesty at one point, and I couldn't get it to work. That's probably why, because Travesty's not wielding a weapon. So, this is probably only going to be for humanoid subordinates. I should find a different paddle wheel for you. But, anyways, let me go master this real quick. It should only take a moment in the Ender Farm. Okay, so Aura Slash is mastered. I'm now working on Heavy Slash. And just to test it, I suppose, Aura Slash, it's mastered. Chant Annulment should be able to use it immediately. I have to actually put it on a bar, though. Where is this? Targeting status menu, put Aura Slash on 3 for the moment. I assume this isn't going to work, right? Chant Annulment. Yeah, you're not wielding a weapon, so it can't actually activate. What if I were... Come on. I want you to sit back down. I'm going to give this to Kyle. I'm just going to edit the cooldown real quick, just for testing purposes. So Tensura, edit, ability, cooldown, me, starved, mode 3 goes to 0. I should probably just, like, copy save this somewhere so I can get it quickly. There's that. Provide you with Aura Slash real quick. Of course, you don't have Chant Annulment. I'm just going to do this. There you go. You have both of those. Chant Annulment goes on. Aura Slash goes on to 1. And just give you the spear real quick. Yeah, bottom one is always seems like its main hand, whatever they'd actually attack with. Never mind, don't give you a spear for this one. Spears don't work as melee weapons, that's right. You can have something random. Tsukumagami. Yeah, it doesn't matter that this thing is Tsukumagami. Starved is on cooldown. If I now set Aura Slash to 1, or Aura Slash is already on 3, select Subordinate. Okay, yeah, you can use that. That's cool. Of course, it's only firing in that direction, so that doesn't really do much helpful. Yeah, it technically works, but aiming with subordinates is a little finicky. What if I have you, like, walking around? Is it always just going, like, left of where you're aiming? Yeah, now you're aiming at me. Yeah, it seems to be wild which direction it goes, so not exactly helping too much. But you do have some battle wills, you have some training going, you have physical attack nullification. Training is going decently well. So what are we getting up to now? What else do I have? I mean, obviously there's more training. I can attempt to get Kiyoya all of his skills wherever he went. I don't think there's anything else I have to copy. I think I have everything that I would want to give to them. Training up the battle wills. Select subordinate. Oh yeah, got him to copy something. Oh, stone shot, I guess is what he just got. I should master his magics too. I think he already has law manipulation. Although I think just with this thing, I don't know if we really need to do much more with like abilities. I think pure physical is probably still just the best way to go. I don't know. Honestly, the thing I'm most excited about is the artifact hunting. It's just kind of slow, so you know what? I'm going to go keep working on that. Go back over here. This is where I ended off my hunt last night. If I just keep going in that direction, I guess that's already explored. If I just head south for a little ways, it should be new territory. Okay, I've been at this for like 20 minutes or so. I'm just not finding very many mimics, and still, none of those things, none of the chest or anything and any of the artifact things ever actually have any artifacts in them. Like, occasionally, like, once in a blue moon, you'll get, like, a charm of sinking out of a chest, but none of the actual cool ones, and that's even very rare, pretty rare. But I'm still going at it for a little bit. I think I'm actually going to ignore magic ore for a while, because I have more than I really need. Yeah, still no signs of any cool artifacts. Okay, I still haven't found any artifacts, but I did find an ancient city, so I might as well check to see if artifacts can spawn in these chests. I mean, I'll take that one. I think I already have a copy. And while I'm here, I might as well try something. I don't know if I'll be able to use Demon Marionette on a Warden, and since they are a base of a vanilla mob, I have... Okay, I don't have Shadow Striker. I guess Haze counts as a sound stuff as well. There we go. I'm going to attempt to use Demon Marionette on a Warden. Since they're a vanilla mob, I won't be able to actually control them as a subordinate. But it would be nice to know if they're like completely immune to the skill. So let's see. All of this stuff can just go in here. I should probably just like dump most of it because they're all duplicates anyways, but whatever. That's two. Two more. Also, provide is just about up, so that'll be good. Okay, that's 3. Come on. All this for a test that I know won't properly work in any way. Yep, there we go. Aha, it does work. Okay, so now I have a tamed warden. Can I put you in shadow storage? That's the wrong skill. It works. Okay. Huh. This is kind of funny. Hold on. And then select subordinate. Subordinate has been chosen. Status menu. Yep, I have a pet warden. I can't really do a whole lot with them. They're permanently set to wander. But I 100% sure, no, that skill is not going to work on the Ender Dragon. That's just for sure, like 100%. Will it work on a Wither? Can we have a pet warden and a pet Wither? Like, they're not like true subordinates in like the same way, but it is kind of funny. And I think in theory, I should still be able to like put them in the Ender farm, get them up to like 100k, a million EP or whatever. And they might be able to do something in a fight. Sneak 100, cool. Yeah, I figured I wouldn't be able to actually name you, at least. Okay, I guess after we're done here, I'm gonna go grind some Wither Skulls, because now I want to do it, but I might as well check the rest of these chests, just in case. And I did see a Mimic pop up a moment ago. I'm gonna go track that thing down, too. Dang it. I keep wanting to catch it on camera, and then I keep just missing it. And we got another set of the Greaves. So, yeah, we're not exactly getting much variation. Like, I think these are the most common item. Like, grade 3 is the lowest level, and it's the easiest ones to get. And I think this one might be the rarer of the two grade 3s. Hold on. At artifacts, let's see, grade 3 Magicule Conduit. Yeah, there's two grade 3s. I might actually go ahead and go change the configs to make these a little bit more common, just because I really want to showcase them, and I have boatloads and boatloads of the other artifacts. So, just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to go make it a little bit easier on myself. But we might as well... Oh, that's waxed copper. Whatever, I don't care enough. But we might as well add these refinements on real quick before I go Wither Skull hunting. So, let's see. Where's the door? Every time I come here, I'm, like, facing the wrong direction. Addons Graves, grade 3, refinements 1. This will get them refinement 2, boosting them from 5.530 up to 635. So, pretty cool. Yeah, it's not a big buff. It's a small buff every time, but that can get boosted a bunch of times. So it is worth it if you can get a bunch of the artifact. Anyways, let me dump some stuff, go Wither Skull grinding, and I guess go make those things a little bit more common, just so I can actually see what they all do. Okay, so I now have enough Wither Skulls for this. Let's see, can you actually summon a Wither in the Nether? I don't think I've ever tried this. I assume so, right? Yeah. And Demon Marionette. This thing should now be tamed. It has the Commander boost. It's considered Majin. Oops, I should have hit that thing with the Dragon Knuckle. Did I end up... Okay, you will eventually fire things. I think I've broken you. Hold on. What was it because I... There you go. You're untamed now. If I now try taming you again... Demon Marionette. Will you actually try to attack stuff? What if I pull out... What if I pull out Shizu real quick? Will you attack her? No. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting this to work. I was hoping you'd at least attack, like, other stuff. Let's see, if I attack this... Oh, hold on. Oh, it does sort of work. I don't think you'll actually be useful against anything Tensura, but it is permanently set to protect, which makes me assume the Warden is too. So that's kind of funny. You can't actually get a pet Wither and a pet Warden. They're just not exactly useful. They're just basically doing it to do it. But you know what? That's fine. Anyway, so there's that. And I didn't actually go change the config. I forgot to. I got distracted with Wither Skull farming. Let me go do that real quick. Okay. So, I've adjusted the config. I have now made it a 25% chance instead of a 5% chance that any artifact or loot roll will be a ancient artifact instead. So in theory, there's a decent chance that gave us one immediately. And it didn't, it just gave us the villager hat. Although for some reason, I think what happens is it gives you a regular relic and and one of the ancient artifacts at the same time. Because it seems like that's happened a couple of times. But is there any more mimics near here? This is an area I haven't done any mining in. Or I guess I somehow ended up fairly close to some stuff I've already mined in, but okay, there is something. Okay, so let's just see. 1 out of 4. We just rolled 1, and it was not. So in theory, I should only need to do 3 more for it. And I did double check it. Let's see, artifact. The Magicule Conduit is the same odds as the Titan's Stride, which does mean they're quite a bit more common than the others. Okay, so there's 2 out of 4. In theory, can I make sure the configs get reloaded real quick? No, I don't think so. But in theory, I just needed to close the world. I didn't need to restart the entire game to reload those configs, because that's worked before. So let's see. Any more near here? Okay, there is one over this way. Come on. This is what I've been doing for like quite a different while. Just spamming earth thing. This is exactly how you go grind. This is like the best way to mine for magic steel too. Come on. In theory, 50-50. In theory, 50-50. Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? Fine. In theory, the next one is essentially guaranteed. In theory, this next one should give me the thing. 1 in 4 means I should get it, and 1 in 4. Okay, is there any more nearby? Now it's gonna make me go into like this area, like slightly farther out. 1 second. Okay, mimic number 4. 1 in 4. 1 in 4 game. It was 1 in 20 and I couldn't get it in 40. But I refuse to believe it. How am I this unlucky? I don't understand it. Like whenever it's like a random chance to happen, I always go like 2 or 3 times over what you're supposed to before I actually get the thing. Let's see, make sure we have space. 1, 2. Nope, 1 out of 5, still no. Come on. Here's another mimic over here. Where? Oh, it's up. Okay. Let's see. Come on. Come on. I'm about to grab a stack of mimic spawn eggs just to test this. So, that's just bunny slippers. Huh. Maybe the config didn't actually save properly. I might have to like reset the full game. That's 1 in 7. Nope, that's 1 in 7. Hold on. One more legitimate mimic over there, and then I'm legitimately gonna spawn a stack of them just to see if I can get any. Because what is this? Let's see, it's down here. Come on. Come on. Put all this junk in here real quick. Come on. I'm already well over odds. I'm not even surprised. I'm just annoyed. Like, let's see. Sleeping pills. I'll take that. Don't care about anything else in there. Like, I'm not surprised that I'm just not getting one to spawn it. It's just not giving it to me. I am annoyed by it, because why is my luck terrible? I don't understand. Like, Game, please. Game, please. Come on, game, also stop lagging. You know what? I'm gonna spawn in. That's 8. 8 out of 1 and a 4, and I haven't gone to work. Mimic spawn eggs. I'm gonna grab a stack of these. I'm gonna open 10 of them real quick. Like, let's just open them in batches of 4. We're already above odds. We're definitely in just like cheat mode, just to make sure this is working. Nope. Nope. That's 10. 12. 13. Or nope, that's 12. Yeah, at this rate, I'm just going to assume that the config did not properly reset. Because what is this? What is going on right now? Come on. I mean, even at 1 in 20, I should probably have gotten one by now, with how long it's been since... I guess I did just get the credit. What is this? Come on, game. There we go. I got one to spawn in. How many extra was that? I was already at 8. That was an 18. 18 out of 1 in 4. Of course. Anyways, whatever. This is not legitimate, but whatever. I don't care. The Magical Conduit Belt. A minus 0.1 magic cost multiplier. So basically, it's just a 10% cost down on all magic, I would assume, based on the fact that it specifies magic. 1 second. Help Center, Tensura. This is the Magical Conduit Belt. Waste belt slot reduces magic MP. Magic MP / magical cost by 10%. This effect is active while the artifact is equipped and the effect is unlocked. And it maxes out at 20% cost down on all magic, specifically. It specifies magic. What's currently in my belt slot? The Obsidian Skull? I don't care about that anymore. So, I mean, stacked with mana manipulation, that's really good, actually. Because mana manipulation is 20% by default when it's mastered, correct? Hold on. Mana manipulation. If I can spell correctly. Mana manipulation in the Tensura wiki, what reincarnated, blah. Yeah, 20% cost down. So, what, 20% cost down and then an additional 10% off of that, I would assume. I'm assuming it's not like a full 30% off, like adding percentages together. So what my assumption would be if it cost 100k, it costs 80k, so it costs 72k, because you take 10% off of the 80k. So, that's pretty good. Hold on. Let me go back to that real quick, because is that 10% by default, or it's 10% by max, right? So this is only 1% right now. Let me go double check. Okay, it's 10% by default, maxing out at 20%. Okay. I got a little bit confused with all the numbers I was just spewing out. So, what's the easiest way to test this? What is a magic that I know the exact cost for? The fact that you constantly regenerate magicules kind of makes this a little bit rough. I would kind of need to be at full magicules and turn off all my drain things to get a proper number. So, 1 second. Let me just go back to base. And then /Tensura. Oh, not Tensura. Ability. Set everything false. Set. No, that's... Let's see. How do I do this again? I want to say it's ability... toggle everything off real quick. So that toggle all false. So I have no magic drain. And it will bring me up to max. I'm going to write down max, and I'm going to see how many I drain without mana or anything else on. Okay, so I looked it up. Demon Marionette cost exactly 200k to cast. And also, my current magical number is pretty fun. 86868, or 4868680. It's kind of a weird number. Anyway, Demon Marionette should cost 200k with nothing on. You can go away. So there's this, it's 10-second cast time, because I don't have Chanted Element or anything else on. But there's that. Yeah, that cost 200. Yeah, that cost 200k. It's regenerating now. Oh, there goes the dragon peacock. So let's just head back over here and just get back up to full real quick. So there's that. If I now find some random mob to use Demon Marionette on with mana manipulation, it should cost 180k. Mana manipulation is right here. I don't think that has a cost over time anyways. So let's just see. There we go. Back up to max. 868668. 868668. This will take 10 ticks or whatever. And cast 14? Did I not catch it in time? Like that was 720k, right? So it cost, maybe it was 7. Yeah, that looked like it cost, that looked like it only cost 140k. Hold on, let's try that again. There's that. 8686. 8686. So, in theory, 20% of 200k should be 16. So, in theory, this should bring me down to exactly 700, right? Okay, it did. Okay. Okay, so I just caught it. I just got to it too late. That cost 160k, because 20%, 10% to 200k, so on and so forth. Cool, that worked. So in theory, if I now put this on and as well, 10% of that, it should cost like 1440. 1440. I'm gonna have to be quick on this one. It should go to 72 or 72 or so. 7. Yeah, I'm expecting 7.2, unless it is additive and it's just a flat 30% off the top immediately. In which case, that'll be 14k, and it will only go down to like 7.4. Okay, yeah, that went to 7.2. So it's subtract 20% and then subtract an additional 10% off of that. Okay, okay, good to know, good to know. So it's not as good as I was maybe hoping for, but that is pretty efficient. That is pretty good. But anyways, that's probably a pretty good place to end things off. Let's just toggle everything back on, and then just manually turn off All-Seeing Eye and Danger Sense. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, let's take care, everybody. I just need to untame these two. I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members: Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Starfilled Void; Omello, It Me, Sammy Lawrence; Logan Anderson; Kyle Coette; Nando Lang, and Egg Salad. Thank you all so much for the extra support. For real now, take care, everybody.